I can honestly remember the day when I was having sex and I was so dry. It was so much friction going in and out, and my body was like, Katie, do you really want to be doing this? I can tell you firsthand and right now, this is so not normal. If you are not wet down there during intercourse, we need to have a look at this. So that's what we're going to go into in this video. The first question I'm going to ask you: are you actually turned on with your partner? Are you actually turned on with yourself? And ask yourself, okay, am I turned on? Ooh, what does it feel like to be turned on? Ooh, and maybe you've never had the experience of being turned on before, whether that's with yourself or with your partner. And so this is when I invite in the curiosity. Ooh, how does it feel for me to get turned on? What does being turned on mean? How do I get turned on? Are you turned on by talking about sex? Are you turned on by being sensually touched and caressed behind your ears? Are you turned on by being out in the sun? Because I know that's definitely one of mine. Are you turned on by looking at your partner? The more that you understand how you in your body become turned on, then before you're coming into sexual experiences, your body is going to support you rather than just coming in, doing the deed, being dry, having that friction and no fun. You want to know what turns you on. And so there's your first bit of homework, is like, okay, what actually turns me on? And then when you know this, then that's when you can have the communication, the conversations with your partners, like, hey babe, I actually really get turned on by dirty talk. So I would love some dirty talk, or sending some naughty messages before we finish work. This is gonna warm me up, so when I come home, I'm already wet and I want to have more of you. Rather than coming home from work, you're stressed, you're overwhelmed, things haven't gone the right way, and you're coming home and you're trying to have sex, but you're just dry, and that's not what we want for anyone. And then maybe you come into a space of like, but Katie, I never get turned on. And this may be because of an unhealthy experience you have had earlier in your life. Back in the young days when you were 18, drinking alcohol, having parties, you've had an experience that has maybe shut your body off from feeling and from feeling pleasure. Because if you've had an unhealthy experience with a man in your younger years that you didn't want to have, where you were dry and friction, the only thing your body knows to do is to switch off. And so maybe you don't even know this, but subconsciously your body is completely switched off, which is why when you're coming into the bedroom that you're not feeling turned on, you're not feeling wet, because you're simply just switched off. And I know this is a very uncomfortable subject. I have been there myself, and I think everything that I share on my channel I've experienced firsthand as well as I've studied, so I know what it feels like. So this is where I would ask you, have you had an uncomfortable experience in your younger years that maybe left you feeling guilty or shame or dirty or embarrassed? And is that you? And that's okay. You're not alone. I'm really here to support you on this journey, because the more that you can open up this within yourself, it's going to lead to yummy experiences in the bedroom as well. And so if this has happened to you, one of the first things that I would suggest to do is give yourself self-compassion. You don't need to be like, oh my God, this happened to me, now I can't do anything else for the rest of my life. No, I am living proof that this is possible. So what we do in these moments and how we can build and heal to move forward is simply start building a relationship with your yoni, with your pussy, with your lady parts, with your female anatomy, with your vulva, whatever you'd like to call her. So building a relationship with her is just starting with once a week, just having a check-in with this part of your body. And how we do this is just placing your hands like so, cupping over the front and breathing, like taking 3 deep breaths like this. You can do this with me right now. We breathe in and breathe out. And what we're doing here is we're calming down the mind. We're letting the mind relax. We're letting our body feel. And as you've got your hands over, just asking yourself, how do I feel right now? How is she feeling? And she might talk to you. You might, if you've never done anything like this before, you're probably thinking, oh my God, Katie, what are you getting me to do? But just trust me. It might take 3 breaths, it might take 10 breaths, but the more that you can actually breathe and relax your mind, your body is going to start switching on again. And that's what we want, to be switched on, to be able to have wet sex, not dry friction. So when you're connecting in with your body, just asking us like, how are you feeling today? And she might be like, oh, I'm actually feeling really numb. I'm feeling really disconnected. I'm feeling like you don't love me anymore. And so just listen to what she's saying. And then from there on, how can you start building this relationship with your body? Such as 2 things I'm going to share is when you're in the shower, instead of just washing her and getting out, can you give her some extra love? Can you wash her extra a little bit more, make sure she's squeaky clean, and just playing with her, using your fingers over the lips, over your flaps, just having a little touch. And it's like, oh my God, she's so pretty today, and like loving her. Simply, that's all we want to start doing. And you're probably like, Katie, this is so weird, and that's completely fine. You've never done anything like this before, so it's normal. But that is the first thing I'm going to suggest. And the second thing would be, if you are in a relationship, is just letting your partner know. Having that conversation of, hey babe, when I was younger, I had some uncomfortable experiences. It's kind of left a bit of a mark on me. And this is the reason I think that I'm not actually getting wet in the bedroom, and I'm a bit reluctant, and I feel a little bit emotional and unsafe. Can you support me through this process? Maybe we can just start with gentle massage and foreplay until I feel comfortable and open and ready to go in for intercourse. And the big thing here I want you guys to remember is you're not alone within this. I see this very often within my clients, and I do teach more of this within the School of Sensuality. So if this is you, and if you have had uncomfortable sexual experiences when you're younger, and you're like, do you know what? I did go through that. And since that moment, I haven't been able to orgasm, or I haven't been able to get wet. This is probably the sign that this is the moment to start reconnecting with your body and start bringing this part of you online. You know, we use our face, our fingers, our hands. They're the parts of our body that carry us through life, but so does she. So does your lady parts. She wants to be loved, and maybe this is exactly what she needs to move on forward. And then the third one I'm going to share with you, if you are always dry down there, are you someone who is always in your head? And by this, I mean, are you always anxious, depressed, overthinking, in the racing mind? Like, you know, when your mind's kind of in that hamster wheel and you're in that spiraling thoughts and you can never get out, and you're just like, oh my God, it's been 3 hours and I've still been overthinking. Is this you? If it is, this is another big factor to look at in the reason why you are not getting wet in the bedroom. Because if we are up here, like I said before, your body is switched off. And it's very common. It's so common. Like 1 in 3 of my clients, or 1 in 3 women, are so emotionally disconnected from their body, leading to dryness in the bedroom. So we want to notice, I was like, okay, next time I'm in the bedroom, I'm going to see, I'm going to be having my fun. Am I feeling, or am I thinking? And if you are someone that's thinking in the bedroom, well, there's your answer. There's your answer of like, this is why I'm not getting dry, because if you're up here, this is racing, your body just wants a little bit of love to be felt as well. So on that, what do we do? I'm all about giving you tips on how to actually make changes in your life, because this is why we're here, to grow and to evolve. Next time when you're in the bedroom and you are overthinking, start noticing what you can feel. And it's like voicing that to yourself. It's like, oh, I can feel the bed sheets on my skin. I can feel his sweat dropping over me. I can feel his foot touching my knee. And just really come back into feeling. And you know, the first or second, third time you might do this, it might feel really uncomfortable, and you'll be like, oh my God, Katie, it's not working. Because at this moment, your brain and your body are used to switching off. How long have you been switching off for? How long have you been overthinking for? It's normal that just not one time this is going to change overnight. So the more that you're able to do this, naturally over time, it's going to come. I'm in my 30s, but in my 20s, I was like you. So just know that I wish I had this education back then, which would have saved me so much overthinking time and more pleasure, which is exactly what I want for you too. And I know this conversation, this subject can be quite uncomfortable and vulnerable. So if you do have any questions and you're a little bit intimidated to pop them below, you can message me on Instagram, or you can join my Facebook community and post anonymously. And in there, I will get back to your questions, because pleasure is for everyone. You should never have to feel pain through your pleasure. pleasure. You should really be in such an enjoyable moment. And even just 1 or 10 of you, or even 15 are watching this video, and you are going to have changes in your pleasure and in your body. My job is done. If you did like this video and you want to learn more, I will see you inside the School of Sensuality, because that is where I teach you all the yummy, juicy things about pleasure. See you next time, guys.